Well, we recently received this email from Jennifer in Dallas, Texas, and she writes, "Dear doctors, my kids are obsessed with all the TV shows and movies about vampires, but I recently heard that someone in the U.S. was actually killed by a vampire bat. Is this true, and do I need to worry?" Well, the CDC did announce the first U.S. death by a vampire bat. It happened in Louisiana to a Mexican teenager. Apparently, bitten in Mexico, the young man actually came to work in the U.S., didn't seek treatment.
Ooh.
I didn't know why you guys were oohing and on.
Yeah. Those things are nasty, man.
And now I understand. Because here's the situation. Vampire bats, they're common to Latin America, but the CDC does say their presence in Mexico could mean they're moving north. Maybe it's climate change. They could ultimately enter the U.S. Now, Ventura,
that scares me.
LA counties here in California, both have reported more rabid bats than normal this summer. A man and a dog, in fact, were bitten just a few weeks ago.
Right, and this is important because rabies is usually almost always fatal if untreated. All right, there's only been 3 Americans that have survived rabies without treatment, and that's why because the first symptoms you get are fever, sore throat, and a cough, and you wouldn't even think rabies. That's why it's so important to recognize exposure to a bat. Kids,
number one vector of rabies, right?
Right. That's the number one vector of the way you would catch rabies is from a bat. So if you wake up in the middle of the night and there's a bat in the room, you need to assume that you've been bitten by this bat because you don't want to wait for the later symptoms, the hallucinations, the restlessness, the seizures, and then it just keeps getting worse after that. So you really gotta watch out. And pets tend to be prone because what happens to a rabid bat? They lose the ability to fly. So then the pet kind of is curious, and then the pet gets bitten by the bat, and then now the pet gets rabies. So that's why another reason why it's important to vaccinate your pets.
Yeah, the pet gets rabies unless the pet is vaccinated against rabies.
Right.
That's why we do that. And if you are bitten by a creature, whether it's a bat, a raccoon, a rabid dog, there are multiple treatments required. The sooner you get those treatments, the better for you and your potential outcome.
And tell your kids to never handle a bat. If you see a bat laying there, don't touch it.
But why wouldn't you want to pet one of those cuddly little creatures?
Oh man, with the teeth.